We've finally arrived at the last step of our training series, which is to export the image. So before we do just that, let's try to have a look at the preview again. I'm gonna hit R on my keyboard to see how the path tracing rendering looks like. So there's actually a few more things we can improve just before we hit the export button. So let's start with the camera tab. So overall, I think the exposure is fine, just that there are a few dark areas that I can see here. So to adjust this, we can actually adjust the local exposure of the image. And this slider for the shadows, you can try to bring it down a little to lighten up that dark area. Similar for the highlights, if you're seeing this area is a bit overexposed, we can also bring this down a little. So I'll leave this up to you, and you'll have to do it by eye actually. So if you're happy with the look you're getting, then just leave it there. And finally, the last thing I usually change here in the camera tab is I increase the sharpness a little to around 20%. If that's too much, you can also use 10 or 15. I never go above 20 because that would look too artificial. The next is the render tab. Usually I put this to high when I'm ready to export my final rendering. Next is the FX tab. I usually bump this contrast up a bit to 55 or even 60% at times. Saturation as well, I just bump it up a little. And finally, on the image tab, I just check if I indeed have set the output size to 4K. And with that, we can go to the export tab, and here are the different media you can export, media types you can export. So in this case, the other options are grayed out because we don't have a video or panorama or presentation at the moment. We only have one image. So let's click on that image and select the image that we have. And finally, to export, just hit Start Export and then specify a folder where you want to save that and click Select Folder, and that will start the export process. I'm gonna pause the video here and I'll come back once it finishes. Once Twinmotion finishes rendering your image, navigate to the folder you specified and let's check the rendering. I'll put it side by side with our inspiration image, and as you can see, it's not bad. It's not the best yet, and we can still definitely improve on it, but as a start, this is good. And if you take the principles we learned in our training series and apply it to your projects, you'll be able to leverage your Revit models not only for documentation drawings, but also for producing compelling architectural visualizations like this. So being able to do that will definitely save time, and in our industry, which is very highly competitive and fast-paced, saving time is very key in our industry. So I hope you learned something in this training series, and hopefully it inspires you to learn this software. And if you did learn something, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.